Welcome, dear viewers, to CouchWarrior TV on YouTube. I am the CouchWarrior, and you are watching Aranis Arcana, a Skyrim Let's Play.
You're that visitor been poking around. I'm the innkeeper. It's my business to keep track of strangers.
I'd like to rent the attic room, please.
Attic room, eh?
Yes.
Well, we don't have an attic room, but you can have the one on the left. Make yourself at home.
No attic room, dear viewers.
Always good to see someone I can trust.
Boethiah. Let's release him to do his own thing. Let him know it's safe to talk.
Aye. All right.
Relax. There we go. Much better.
Not so sure of yourself after all.
Oh, I am sure of myself.
All right.
All right. Enough messing with Valfar.
Damn.
All right, we release you. Let's see. Dismiss, but hang out here, please. Bye-bye. All right, let's go check out our room. The one on the left, she said.
One lives for the things he is willing to die for.
Hello?
So you're the Dragonborn I've been hearing so much about. I think you're looking for this. We need to talk. Follow me.
Indeed, we do need to talk. So she's given us back the horn of Jurgen Windcaller, which she took from Ustengrav oh so many episodes ago. We finally recovered that, which means we can go back and visit the Greybeards now. However, let's talk to her and figure out what is going on.
Walk then.
Welcome back to the story, dear viewers. This is Act 3, Chapter 11, Part 4.
Close the door. Now we can talk.
Oh, hey. What's up?
We'll show those faithless dogs who this land belongs to.
She didn't seem to mind him sitting there, so I'll just
The Empire will
leave
have
the
us
secret
become
door open.
Slaves to the Thalmor. We are not slaves. We are men. Free men
Look at
who
this.
will slay anyone who begs to differ.
I found one of those.
The Greybeards seem to think you're the Dragonborn. I hope they're right.
Skyrim will never bow to the Thalmor.
I hope
Greybeards
so,
are right.
but you'll forgive me if I don't
I am
assume that something's
Dragonborn.
true just because the Greybeards say so. I just handed you the horn of Jurgen Windcaller. Does that make me Dragonborn too?
She's snotty. I don't like it.
It was the only way I could make sure it wasn't a Thalmor trap. I am not your enemy. I already gave you the horn. I'm actually trying to help you. I just need you to hear me out.
You
I'll
better
explain
explain
what
fast.
I want, when I want. Got it? You'd already be dead if I didn't like the look of you when you walked in here.
Whatever.
But I had to know if the rumors about you were true. I'm
Ugh.
part of a group that's been looking for you.
This relationship
Well,
is
someone
starting
like
out
you
rocky.
For a very long time. If you really are Dragonborn, that is. Before I tell you any more, I need to make sure I can trust you.
The measure of a man.
I don't need to prove anything to you. I like that answer.
I shouldn't let you walk out of here knowing what you know. But I guess even my paranoia has its limits. You know where to find me when you change your mind. Because you will. You have to.
When we have reclaimed
Oh,
our
come on.
home,
I wasn't trying to end the conversation. Come on, don't be that way.
I'm part of a group that's been looking for you. Well, someone like you, for a very long time. If you really are Dragonborn, that is. Before I tell you any more, I need to make sure I can trust you.
Okay.
We remember
Why
what
are you looking
most
for the
don't,
Dragonborn?
that the Dragonborn is the ultimate dragon slayer. You're the only one that can kill a dragon permanently by devouring its soul. Can you do it? Can you devour a dragon's soul?
Yes. That's
Good.
how I first
And you'll
learned
have
I
a
was the
chance to prove it to
Dragonborn.
me soon enough.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Why are you looking for the Dragonborn? Let's talk
Yes.
about Thalmor.
We're very old enemies. And if my suspicions are correct, they might have something to do with the dragons returning.
I'll fight the
But that isn't
environment
important right
myself.
now. What is important is that you might be Dragonborn.
She keeps saying might.
Dragons
So
aren't
what's the
just
part you're
coming
not
back.
telling me?
They're coming back to life. They weren't gone somewhere for all these years. They were dead, killed off centuries ago by my predecessors. Now something's happening to bring them back to life, and I need you to help me stop it.
When Skyrim becomes whole again,
Okay. What makes you think the dragons are
I
coming
know
back to
they are.
life?
I visited their ancient burial mounds and found them empty. And I figured out where the next one will come back to life. We're going to go there, and you're going to kill that dragon. If we succeed, I'll tell you anything you want to know.
All right.
the Empire might send over a few legionnaires to make
Where are we headed?
Kynesgrove. There's an ancient dragon burial near there.
the fight.
If we can get there before it happens, maybe we'll learn how to stop it. Good. Good. Now we won't have to spend time searching for it. We should get moving. There's no time to waste.
Hold on,
I
I'm
can't
not ready
wait
to
around
go
for
yet.
you to make up your mind. I'll meet you at Kynesgrove. Don't waste time getting there.
Oh, I won't. All right. So,
That's better. Let's get on the road to Kynesgrove.
it would seem that Delphine is going to be a tough nut to crack. We have to prove ourselves to her, so we are off to the village of Kynesgrove to do just that.
My hatred for the Empire.
I am going to
is
leave
exceeded
Valfar
only
here.
by my hatred.
Sometimes it's very hard to concentrate with him monologuing all the time. So, we're going to cut down the chatter. We're going to dismiss him,
I'm traveling.
and he can stay here at the inn and head back to the Eagle's
Right.
Nest whenever
Happy
he's
trails.
ready.
Something?
Nephae's Journal. We travel to Windhelm with very low expectations. My network is good, but not always reliable, but this day, it proved to be masterful.
I like to share my good
my primary contact at the Corner Club has always been Sadri. For a man who rarely leaves the quarter, he is very well informed. Given his line of work, he is always in the company of those who trade in information as well as goods of all kinds. Sadri knew of the cult and their location, and for a small fee, he drew a quite detailed map. However, it was what he said next that really surprised me. His brother had arrived from an extended trade mission in Cyrodiil and had come into some information that would be of particular interest to the Dragonborn while passing through Whiterun. Naturally, information such as this is not to be passed up. In the past, this type of intelligence, even the most random, has meant the difference between life and death for Cimmerian. Sadre informed me that his brother had taken a room at the Corner Club and would share with me for a price. I wouldn't have it any other way. Welcome back, brothers and sisters. We are back at the Eagle's Nest, where Fleet is preparing for a trek that will take him north to Kynesgrove. If you remember, we are now in league with Delphine, and we have been asked to travel to Kynesgrove to eliminate a dragon and essentially prove to her that we are in fact actually the Dragonborn. So that is going to take us north ultimately. So we are going to leave at the crack of dawn here and travel north. And we will be traveling by way of Eastmarch, the Eastmarch Road, so that'll take us past Valtheim and Mixwater Mill, I believe it's called, where the two rivers come together there. So the question is, do we deal with Valtheim? I'm inclined to say yes. Now this would be, I think, the fourth time that we've battled bandits at Valtheim Towers. Hopefully you're not getting bored with that, but it just happens to be along the way to everywhere. In the same way that Robber's Gorge straddles the road, it is darn near impossible to pass Valtheim without being confronted if there are bandits there. There is the bandit actually out on the road who will confront you and demand money. It's pretty hard to get out of that, and I can't stomach the idea of paying those bandits. So I think we will go ahead and pay them a visit, and we will try to make as short of work of them as we can in the interest of keeping our travel going. I am also happy to announce the comeback of the throwing weapons, Death from Afar. Now you may be asking where did it go, and I will respond by saying it didn't go anywhere. However, I have been getting some requests to use that mod more often, and I thought to myself, you know what, I can do that. And I thought, what is stopping me from using it, honestly? And really what it boiled down to for me was the fact that I was running out of slots. Basically, oh, here we got some action. That's a grim situation for those hunters. I was basically running out of hotkeys. By the time I hotkeyed my dagger and my bow and maybe a sword, that only gave me a few hotkeys left for spells, because I do have 3 hotkeys on the far right of the number keys that are kind of dedicated to my horse. One being inventory, one being mount and dismount, and another being wait and follow. So I kind of changed things up. I downloaded a new mod called More Hotkeys Please. It was recommended to me by Jessa from the Jessa Channel. If you haven't checked out Jessa, you ought to do it. I will put a link in the show notes, and I will annotate this video so you can cruise over there and check out some of her videos. But she recommended that, so I took the time to set it up. Ooh, yeah, we got a charge attack on the saber cat. See if we can finish him with an arrow here. Where are you? Oh, here he comes. And come and get it. Here we go. Excellent. I took the time to set it up. It does take some doting over because there are a lot of settings there, and you can do things like you can cycle spells. You can basically, if you use the hold option or the double tap option, you can triple the number of hotkeys you have. So I didn't go bananas with it, but I did take the time to set up some hotkeys, one of which I hotkeyed to my throwing weapons. And I have also upgraded my throwing knives to elven throwing knives. We get a little bit more damage out of them, and they really look cool because they also take on the new skins that we've got installed for all of the elven armor and equipment, so they are in fact black. So I have that hotkeyed, and I will probably be using some of that in coming episodes, as I think it is an excellent tool under certain conditions. I mention it now only because at the beginning of this particular segment, Fleet was standing in front of his weapon rack, which he has decked out in his house to kind of represent everything that he has in his gear rotation currently as far as weapons go. So if you're interested in going back and pausing that, you can kind of see the lineup of what he's got going there. It's got the Tanto, it's got the sword, it's got the old Black Sacrament Tanto that we've used for years. Oh, hey. Ugh, annoying. Wolf down. Do I hear a bear? I'm going to go with a bound bow here. We are, in fact, going to attack Valtheim, and I'm going to start from a different position than I normally do, but this particular area requires long shots, and to be honest, for long shots, I have to go with the conjured bow. The bound bow is the bow that I'm familiar with at long ranges. So rather than leave it to chance, I'm going to go with the tool that's best for the job. Oh, here he comes. Pause. Ooh, ouch, ouch. Those 3 bites in rapid succession, and I have acquired some nasty disease. Good God. Just past sunrise, and we've already acquired a disease. And these kinds of diseases aren't even the fun ones to acquire. Nothing fun about getting bit, but we have 1 cure disease potion, so let's burn that. I don't even recall what disease it is you get from bears. All I know for sure is that it's nasty, as most diseases are, so we will nip that right now. Alright, here they are down here. Look at this overlook spot right here. Oh, this is a sweet spot right here. Terribly long range. I think I can get the guy up here, but I don't know if I can get anybody on a walkway. Oh, yeah.
What was that?
Look at that. Nice. He stayed put right on top of the platform, too, rather than falling off. I mean, I can see this guy. I may as well take a shot at him, but this angle is terrible. I just don't know. He's so far away, I can't even tell where my arrows are hitting. Where's he going? Nowhere. Alright. So that's kind of an unrealistic shot. Let's reposition ourselves. Ooh, here we go. Let's take her out. She's an annoyance. See, now this is a little bit better shot. It's at least level. There we go. Look at him tumble right off there into the water. Okay, that's 2 down. Oh. She's all hyper now. Let's see if we can draw her back out. Come on out here. Where are you going? There we go. Right down through the clavicle.
Lost!
We can reach the heart from pretty much any angle. Alright. Well, I think we've secured our entry point. This side of the tower should be completely empty. So we'll go have a look. As I'd mentioned earlier, but was so rudely cut off by Delphine, welcome back to the story. Just in the interest of getting caught up in the last episode, it was pretty much exclusively a Fleet and Valfar episode.
Lost!
Where we took on the Thalmor at a remote border crossing. This guy's got to go. There you go, lights out. And that was a lot of fun. It was about an hour and a half of travel and epic battle. Pretty fun stuff. But what that does, in effect, is it brings Fleet all the way back to Riverwood, where he encounters Delphine. He acquires the horn of Jurgen Windcaller, and we are back on the road again. Now this time, of course, our objective is to go to Kynesgrove. So that is what we are going to do now, unless plans change. Now still out there, of course, is Nephae and Lydia. If you remember, they are on a mission to gather intelligence about the cult of Boethiah. Ooh, not good. Okay, yeah, he's going to bolt now. We're going to have to deal with him in a little bit different way. Come on. Yeah, it's too far for a running shot. So let's try our old trick here. Let's try to draw him down to the walkway. So the girls are up north trying to figure out what is up with this cult of Boethiah. And then their objective, of course, is to report back anything they find to Fleet. They are not to take action on anything. So we will see how that goes. Nephae is notoriously independent. So we'll see if she listens this time. Ooh, I slipped off. I backed up too much. Now I'm under the stairs. Come on, come on. If you look through the window, if we zoom in and look through that window, you can see the door is still closed. So I need to get them down through that door first before anything important can happen here. If I'm going to have a chance at making a shot through the window, I need them to come down to the lower level. So we have to entice them. Look at, there's the bandit chief. Okay, the door is open now. Let's draw them back. Come on down here. Who's in there? Come on. Okay, now we got some action. Alright, there's one guy down. That's the goon, so we have just the bandit chief left. Here he comes. This is a tough shot. I don't know if I can make this one. He's running. Nope, the game thought I made it, but no. So let's let him come up here. We'll deal with him up here. Come on up here, big guy.
Is someone there? I was sure I heard something.
Well, he's going back down. That's okay. We're going to make an alternate plan here. Come on up here. If I can get him to come up here, I might actually be able to just blow him right off the ledge with unrelenting force. I don't want to put myself at risk to do this, though. Here he goes again. Okay. Let's just put away the bow. Let's put away the bow, and let's grab our handy-dandy featherfall, and we will drop silently down behind him from above and finish him with a dagger. How about that plan? That sounds like a good plan to me. All right. Put that on the right hand. Just had to check. Here he comes. All right, we're just going to lightly fall in behind him. nice and quiet. We'll get the jump on him.
You picked
Lick.
a bad time to get lost, friend.
Come on. Now bend the shadows.
Don't even...
Surprise. Oh, nice. That was fun. That was different. I like that. You notice how when you use Featherfall, there's no sound when you land. That's a nice little touch, I think. They could have just applied the spell without doing that detailed of a job, but I appreciate stuff like that. It should be silent, right? That's what actually makes the spell interesting, you know? You kind of drop in, it's quiet. That's what makes it feel like an assassin thing to do. I'm not sure if I need to worry about this. The trap looked like it was already sprung, but sounded like it wasn't, so I don't know. Alright, now we gotta find this horse. We kind of left him up the hill, and I don't know if he's gonna come down here or what. Where are you? Wow, I can't even see the aura. Let's just run up the hill here. Maybe he'll meet us halfway. One of these days, I am going to acquire the ability to whistle for my horse. Now, my understanding is you can also purchase a horn, and if you blow the horn, your horse will come. But I haven't taken the time to even try that yet. I should probably invest. And it's time for us to travel. Nephae's Journal. Sadri's brother was called Pelandri. He was a trader much like his brother, but I guess he could be described as more adventurous than Sadri. It would seem that a good portion of the items sold by Sadri were supplied by Pelandri, things that he bargained for, found, or acquired by other means. It would seem that a few days before, he stopped for the night in Whiterun. Trading with the Khajiit caravans is something of a special event, and 2 days were spent in negotiations and posturing. While there, Pelandri told of an encounter he had with a beggar he called Brenuin. Apparently Brenuin was spending large amounts of gold on drink, more than a man of his situation should have. After sharing a keg of mead and a long night at the dice, Brenuin confided that he was spending Thalmor gold, and if Pelandri should learn anything of the Dragonborn, the Thalmor would pay richly for the information. How interesting to think that with this one small slip, we are able to finger the man who struck the first spark in what has become a chain of fire. The boss should be very interested in this.
You like living in this filthy slum, Dark Elves? Maybe you should go back...
Farm work is hard work. It's good to relax when I can, but I still have to listen to my brothers harping about injustices.
I'm a sailor on the North Wind. We're laying over in Windhelm for a while.
We don't want your kind here, Dark Elves. Every night, I walk around the Grey Quarter and let them greyskins know what I think of them.
These vampires are becoming real.
slum, dark elves? You should go back to Morrowind where you belong!
We are back on the trail with Lydia and Nephae. We are now just north, I guess. North of Windhelm. And we are taking the map that was provided to us by Sadri with the location of Boethiah's shrine. And we are following that map. The objective here, of course, is for Nephae and Lydia to gather some intelligence. Really, for Nephae to gather intelligence. Lydia is along for muscle, which is one of the things that she is quite good at. So we are going to follow the ladies. Ooh, sounds of battle. Let's take out the bow. Now, this is the trailhead here. Oh yeah, there's something going on here. Let's dismount, see what's up. Oh, it's a vampire. 2 vigilants of Stendarr and 1 vampire. Ooh, now 1 vigilant. I think he is screwed in a bad way here. We'll try to help him, but it's kind of messy in there. No guarantees we're going to hit what we're aiming at. Oh, there goes Lydia. Alright, now we've got more skin in the game because we have to protect Lydia. We don't want to see her go down. So, we need to even the odds here. Yeah, it's so hard to fire into a battle like this. Oh, did you see that? Wow. Great kill cam for Lydia there. Alright, let's get in a little closer. Come on, Lydia. Come on. Alright. She's taken a lot of shots from this vampire. Come on, Lydia. She looks exhausted. She looks like she's at the point now where all she can do is just big monster swings. 1, 2. Come on. Here we go. I think we got her on the ropes now. There we go. Shot from the back and the front. Finish her off. Let's do it. Vampire taken care of. We have now left Lydia back just at the top of the trail, out of view of the shrine. And Nephae is heading in on foot solo to do a little reconnaissance. We're going to gather some information and note the journal. Nephae's journal. The encampment was in a very remote location. The climb was difficult and the air was freezing. I'd shed my cloak for mobility, but I soon regretted it. Upon the cliff, there was a massive shrine to a god I could only assume was Boethiah. All around the shrine I observed warriors clad in nothing but fur and the barest of hide armor. How they could withstand the cold on their exposed skin I will never know. Perhaps the fervor of their worship was enough to dull them to the freezing temperatures. I counted 8 warriors, although the way they were fighting, there may not be any left should we return. The shrine was impressive, and at its center was a pillar surrounded by a swirling pattern of unfamiliar runes. As I approached, it came to life, emitting a sound and a strange blue light. I thought it would give me away, but the cultists were so focused on the fight, they didn't notice me at all. We also found an abandoned house filled with bandits at the base of the mountain. We chose to avoid them, but I don't see how Cimmerian will be able to pass them by without a confrontation. There are certain things he simply will not abide, and bandits are one. I'll tell him they are here, and he will determine the next steps. With my reconnaissance complete and my journal noted, Lydia has suggested that we spend the night in Windhelm and head to the Eagle's Nest in the morning. I must have looked pretty bad, as she threw my cloak around me the minute I returned. She's a bit of a mother hen in that way. I find it endearing. Perhaps if she knew that I had killed that loud-mouthed bigot only a few hours ago, she might think better of her plan. At this point, I am so cold I'm willing to take the chance. I'm not sure what Cimmerian intends with this expedition, but my curiosity has been piqued. Why all this trouble over a collection of lunatics in the mountains? Well, we're on our way to Windhelm, and we just ran into Lydia and Nephae on the trail coming our direction, so we are going to gather those two up and travel together the rest of the way. We're going to bring them along with us to Kynesgrove. So this is an opportunity for Nephae to share with Fleet all the intelligence she's gathered up to this point. So let's head out. We are now a band of 3 heading to Kynesgrove. So they will have to backtrack a little bit, but they weren't too far from their starting point. So how are you? I hope you are all well. I am. I'm doing fine. This episode is going to clock in at 1 hour and 19 minutes. That's a pretty decent episode, as episodes go. We are going to be covering quite a bit of territory. In fact, we've covered a lot already. But first and foremost, we have to take on a dragon. So one of the things I wanted to talk about just briefly, thank you everyone for all the input. In the last episode, I asked a question about what we should do to celebrate 1,000 subscribers. We are rapidly approaching that mark, although the pace has slowed down a little bit as my release of videos has slowed down. That is understandable. However, my philosophy has changed. I've gone from releasing a lot of short videos to fewer, longer videos. The longer video gives me more opportunity to do fancy production work, which is what I really like to do, so I can do all of those things that people have come to appreciate in my videos. The longer ones allow me to do that, so.
All
right.
Hurry, we might be too late.
Oh, there's Delphine. Let's go. Let's go check it out. I want to thank everybody, though, for your suggestions. We have a couple things to celebrate. We've got 1,000 subs coming up. And we've also are rapidly approaching episode 100 of this Let's Play.
Look at his eyes. Look at that big bastard.
I love it when she calls him a big bastard. All right. This could get ugly. Let's see. What is with this fox? He wants to get in on this? There he is. Alduin. This is the second time we've seen Alduin. Fleet would definitely recognize this dragon.
Let's watch and wait. This is worse than I
This is one of my favorite scenes in the whole game. And there he comes, Solace. Just doing a quick cast here. Muffle followed by blur. And back to the bow.
You do not even know our tongue, do you? Such arrogance, to dare take for yourself the name of Nova. Zalukanir, Klidar Jur.
Klidar Jur. I imagine that means kill everybody. Something like that? Alright, here we go. Going to the bound bow. Not sure how long these shots are going to be. So we are going to play it safe. Here we go. First blood. Get in there, guys. Get in there. Oh, they're getting in now. Shot on flight. Come on. We got to bring him down. He's going to come down. Yeah, here he comes. Let's finish this guy off. We crippled him. Right.
Something's happening.
We did it.
Spots above. really are. It's true, isn't it? You really are Dragonborn. I owe you some answers, don't I? Go ahead. Whatever you want to know. Nothing held back.
Okay. What do you know about the dragons coming
Not
back?
a damn thing. I was
Well,
just
that's
as
helpful.
surprised as you to find that big black dragon here.
I've seen that dragon before.
Really? Where?
It was the one that attacked Helgen when Ulfric escaped from the Imperials.
Interesting. Same dragon. Damn it. We're blundering around in the dark here. We need to figure out who's behind it all. I'm one of the last members of the Blades. A very long time ago, the Blades were dragon slayers, and we served the Dragonborn, the greatest dragon slayer. For the last 200 years since the last Dragonborn Emperor, the Blades have been searching for a purpose. Now that dragons are coming back, our purpose is clear again. We need to stop them.
Okay. The Blades,
Exactly.
who are they?
Nobody even remembers our name these days. We used to be known across Tamriel as the protectors of the Septim Emperors. Those days are long gone, though. For the last 200 years, we've been searching for the next Dragonborn to guide and guard, as we are sworn to do. But we never found one, until now.
So, what is our next move?
The first thing we need to do is figure out who's behind the dragons. The Thalmor are our best lead. If they aren't involved, they'll know who is.
Okay. What makes you think the Thalmor are involved?
Nothing solid, yet. But my gut tells me it can't be anybody else. The Empire had captured Ulfric. The war was basically over. Then a dragon attacks, Ulfric escapes, and the war is back on. And now the dragons are attacking everywhere, indiscriminately. Skyrim is weakened. The Empire is weakened. Who else gains from that but the Thalmor?
Okay.
Before the Great War, the Blades helped the Empire against the Thalmor. Our Grand Master saw them as the greatest threat to Tamriel. At the time, that was true. Maybe it still is. So we fought them in the shadows, all across Tamriel. We thought we were more than a match for them. We were wrong.
So, we need to find out what the Thalmor know about the dragons. Any ideas?
We could get into the Thalmor embassy. It's the center of their operations in Skyrim. Problem is, that place is locked up tighter than a miser's purse. They could teach me a few things about paranoia.
So how do we get into the Thalmor embassy?
I'm not sure yet. I have a few ideas, but I'll need some time to pull things together. Meet me back in Riverwood. If I'm not back when you get there, wait for me. I shouldn't be long. Keep an eye on the sky. This is only going to get worse.
And there you have it. Delphine is a little bit prickly, and we started out our relationship
I've got
rocky.
your back.
However, anybody who hates the Thalmor is a friend of mine, at least for now. And why are you in the bushes? Okay. So now, our next move is we are going to investigate these cultists of Boethiah. We are going to use the intelligence that was provided to us by Lydia and Nephae, and we are going to locate their encampment, and then we'll formulate a plan from there. The encampment, as Nephae would describe it, is going to be on the opposite side of the mountain from where we are now. So, in order to maintain the element of surprise, we are going to attempt to go up this side of the mountain and come down the other on top of them. Ah, hunters. I think we're going to go on foot from here. So as I was mentioning before, thank you all for your suggestions on what to do for celebration videos. We are, of course, celebrating 1,000 subs, and very soon we'll be celebrating 100 episodes. We have a few more to go, but that's coming up. So the question is, what do we do? We've had a lot of suggestions, some of which, of course, have been suggestions that I do another viewer request assassination episode. I am possibly open to that. Now, the trick there, of course, is those episodes are a lot of work for me to put together, only because I get so many submissions, and a lot of those submissions are assassinations that I can't actually carry out because the characters are integral to the story. And that's a problem. So every time somebody suggests a character or an NPC be assassinated, I have to go, out to the wiki, and I have to do lots of research on that character to find out what quest lines they're associated with and what impact eliminating them would have on the story. Because I have ideas in mind here for where this story is going from a long-term perspective. But I do allow this story to grow organically. So if something happens during an episode that is worth playing on or worth continuing, I will go ahead and do that. And so I like to try to keep as many quest lines open to me as possible. Even the most minor of quest lines can have a major impact on this story depending on how I play it. We got some bears to take out here. So I'm not saying no to that suggestion. Oh boy. Did we hit anybody? Good grief. Don't look for any support from me, man. Look at that. That's awful. Now I'm bow punching. I'm doing all kinds of crap here. Alright. One left. Come on, ladies. Let's do this. Come on. Where to go? Jeez. That got a little hairy, but we cleared them out. 3 big old bears. Now the first one I took out right away. I had surprise. That actually worked out pretty well for us. That was 1 less bear to fight. That would have been a lot messier fighting 3 bears. But after that, I was pretty much useless. Okay, so this looks like a good spot. We're kind of sheltered from the wind. It's getting dark. We're going to use the survival skills and set up a fire. Create some warmth here. We're going to build a campfire. First thing I'm going to have to do is harvest some wood before I can start this, though. So we'll find the spot for our fire ring. But before I can actually start the fire, I'm going to have to gather some wood. This looks good. Right about here. 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 Okay. There we go. Now, see, it's not going to let me start a fire. It says I need firewood. I need 6. So let's go see what we can do. There's trees around here. We should be able to harvest some. Harvest. Now, you can do deadwood as well, but it takes more pieces of deadwood. So if you're in an area that has no trees, the only option you may have is to do deadwood, but we've got several large trees in this area, so we can actually harvest firewood. Alright, that only gave us 3, so I'm going to have to harvest 1 more time to get what we need here. So let's do it again. Anyway, dear viewers, keep the suggestions coming in. What I would like to do is plant a seed in your head. The whole assassination thing, it's kind of been there, done that, right? We've done that whole thing once already. Like I said, I'm not saying that I won't do it, but if we are going to do it, let's find a way to spice it up a little bit. One thought I had was actually doing an assassination episode, but having Nephae do all the assassinations. If that's something that's of interest to you, let me know. If you can think of other ways in which we can sort of twist our little tradition, let me know. I am open to ideas. All right, now we are going to dismiss our followers. Well, not dismiss. We're going to ask them to hang around here for now. And then we are going to head up over the mountain solo. We also need to have the horse wait here as well. Now, the plan as I see it from a role-playing perspective is that Fleet is going to approach the shrine by himself. Let's spend this dragon soul too. I'm interested in this slow time. We will use our Aura Whisper to start with, though. He's going to go solo, and the plan is that the girls are going to stay here for a period of time, and then when it gets close to dawn, they are going to meet me on the other side of the mountain. If you remember, Nephae pointed out that we had a bandit encampment. We are going to meet at that bandit encampment sometime just before sunrise. So that is the plan. This is the side of the mountain I should be able to descend, but I'm not sure I could climb it again. So rather than struggling with that, coming back up over the mountain, we're just going to go all the way down the other side, and we'll meet our followers there. Alright, now let's scope this out. The shrine sticks out like a sore thumb, but we need to get a good count of the enemies we have here. That is where Aura Whisper comes in handy, and also Eagle Eye. Now our objective is I'm looking for a spot where I can hit the most enemies from one location. So I'm looking for a good sniper spot where I can hit at least 3, maybe 4 bad guys, all from this one spot. Alright, yeah, we've got some Aura Whisper going. Let's light them up. Okay. And now I'm going to go down to slow time. That'll be the next one I use. Now you can see this guy, he's directly ahead of us. He's way down at ground level, but you can see his head just through the crook of that rock. I'm going to try to skim it right over the top of the rock and get him first, and then go up and get the others. Done. Okay, nobody's reacting yet. Let's take one more. Okay, slow time. There we go. Nice. 1, 2. Nice. Ugh, I love slow time. This is only one word in the shout as well. As long as you keep firing, I was able to actually get the second shot off before the first one was even down. Okay, so in pretty short order, we've got 5 down. Now, according to Nephae's intelligence, she counted 8 total combatants here. So we are looking for 8 right now. Combination of the Tanto, bend the shadows. Is he coming up here?
What was that?
Doesn't seem like he is. Thought I just saw a dragon. Definitely put a crimp in things. Okay, where is this guy?
What was that?
Oh, here he comes. Let's keep him guessing. We'll go up over the rock here. See where he goes.
I guess I was just hearing things.
All right. if he's going to hang out there for a second, we'd be able to... We can probably turn around and go down the other side of this rock and get behind him. Let's go back this way.
What was that?
He's down. He was the last one.
Wearing flesh is so distasteful. You have caught my attention, mortal. That is most unwise. Tell me, why have you slain those who profess to follow in my ways?
My reasons are my own.
I abide only those whose will is aligned to my own. Those who oppose my desires perish in the most dreadful of ways. I have a purpose for which you might prove useful. But first, I must test the deftness of your guile and the strength of your purpose. Make a thrall, lure him to my shrine, prove your will is stronger, convince him to embrace the pillar of sacrifice, and then slay him without mercy. Do this, and I shall remember you, and bestow an important task upon you. Do this not, and I shall forget you, and your soul will waste in obscurity.
Okay, we have our marching orders. It would seem that in order to engage in any kind of arrangement with Boethiah, we have more work to do. But that takes care of our business here. So let's head down the mountain and take care of some bandits. Come on, troll. Coming with me. Just enough arrows to piss him off. And we are going to gather up all that aggression and unleash it on some bandits. Come on now. And we're getting some snow berries on the way. Now I've gone to the swords. As we go in the door, I'm going to try to run through and out the back door, and we'll see if we can't slash a few of these bandits on the way through. Come on, bud. Right in the front door. Let's go. Let's go mess them up. Here we go.
Someone there?
Hey, there's someone right there.
Picked a bad time to get lost.
Got one chop, two chops, and right out the back door. Now we let Mr. Troll do his thing. Hopefully he'll see some success. That'd make our job a lot easier. Sounds bad in there.
So much easier to run when you're dead.
Oh, hey, they're onto us. Ow. Okay, there's one. He's not going to be the only one, though. Oh, man. We got to cut our losses. Okay. We're going to go around this side. Play a little cat and mouse with these bandits. It's one of my favorite things to do, the goose chase. We're going to lead them on a little goose chase and kind of use their own hideout against them here. Now I'm using more hotkeys, please, here to... I have bound this combination of the Tanto and Bend the Shadows to my number 5 key. Alright. There's a guy right in here. He chased us out but didn't make it too far. We went all the way around and kind of came up behind him here. So let's see if we can mess him up. Ooh. I really need to not get hit long enough to kill this guy. Come on now. Ah, that's 3. Here we go.
Now ain't this a surprise?
Yeah. Oh, decap. Oh, that was awesome. With the dagger, no less. Alright. I hear more trolls. I haven't seen the bandit chief yet. Little concerned about that. Oh, there he is. I can hear him. Alright, the chief is done. You'll notice there I popped off the slow time again. It has the nice side effect of actually being pretty decent night vision. It's not as useful when you only know one of the 3 words. You don't get a whole lot of time to kind of see what's going on. But I use that from time to time with higher level characters to just get a little night vision going if I'm not doing the vampire thing or whatever. Just a little tip. It is a multi-purpose shout. Okay, here we go. Oh, man. He's onto us. Here he comes. Okay, I'm hearing trolls in stereo, so we've got more than one to deal with here. Yeah, there's around the other side there. There was another one. So we're going to play cat and mouse with these guys now. Trolls are actually, you know, they're slow, they're lumbering, but they're kind of smart. They're not super easy to hide from once they've seen you. So what we need to do here is we're pecking away at them, but this is not going to get us very far. What we really need to do is we need to get stealth back. We need to reestablish stealth. So what we're going to do is we're going to break line of sight with an invisibility potion. That ought to get us back into stealth mode, and I should be able to take out at least 1, hopefully 2, from surprise. With trolls, it's just a one-shot deal if I have surprise. The problem is getting surprise back once we've blown it. So, yeah, there's the second one there. Alright. Take the bow. Let's see if we can eliminate at least one of them. Okay, there's one down. But he's spotted us again now. Whoa! Alright, dude. Which way are we going to do this? Where do you want to go? If I had somebody to sick him on, that would be great, but I'm out here by myself at the moment, so we just have to deal with this guy. Alright. Let's see if we can use Bend the Shadows on him. Maybe just being behind him will be enough to get us the surprise we need for that shot we're looking for. There's 2 shots. Come on, how about another one? There it is. 30 times damage. That's what we needed. And once again, Bend the Shadows has saved our bacon. So, all that's left to do at this point is to secure this old house for the imminent arrival of Lydia and Nephae at daybreak. I'd like to take this opportunity to address the topic of journal entries. You will notice that in this episode, this is kind of the first time that I'm experimenting with not putting the text for the journal entries over the action. That has been traditionally how I have done journal entries. I like the effect. I like the fact that you can actually read the material. However, I don't like the way in which it obscures the action. So the last episode, if you remember, I actually created a couple of my own mods in the form of books where I put the journal entries into actual in-game journals. That is interesting and cool. The only problem with that is that I'm basically pausing the action entirely to leaf through a book, and then everything stops. So what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to continue with the journal entries, but I'm going to use audio cues and see how that goes. So when you hear the sound of the pencil, and you hear me say something like, oh, I don't know, Nephae's journal, then you know it's a journal entry, and you can just listen to the contents of that journal entry. I'm interested in getting feedback on that. I don't know if it's a problem for you as a viewer not being able to read the journal entry. I'm interested in your opinions. I'm not sure which way I'm going to go either way, but there's no reason that you can't listen to the contents of a journal entry just like you would listen to my commentary. So it is an experiment. It's a work in progress, people. And I want to thank you very much for watching this episode, because we have reached the end of it, believe it or not. And I want to thank you for taking the journey with me. And until next time, may all that you do be swift, quiet, and deadly. And to all Skyrim assassins, I salute you. Silence is our battle cry. Cimmerian, I don't understand what we are doing out here. What is the point of all this?
The point? Have you not looked around you recently? Skyrim is being torn asunder by dragons, Daedra, civil war, and vampires. One day this land will be put back together. And when it is, we shall ensure it is to the satisfaction of Sis.
But we have actionable information on this Brenuin. Does it not bother you that he is walking the streets of Whiterun, spending Thalmor coin? We should be hunting him. He should be dead.
And die he shall. My dear Nephae, you see the tree, but not the forest in which it grows.
Enough riddles! Let me do this for you. Let me kill him. Every day he is allowed to live is a day that you are at further risk. Why do we take this chance? You've been in hiding so long, you don't understand the jeopardy that you are actually in.
All life is chance. All is chaos. Boethiah requires payment, and her favor is the prize. I shall set you upon Brenuin, but he is not to be killed. Brenuin is a pawn. However, he does not yet realize which side of the board he is really on. Take him and bring him to me in this spot in 5 days. And Nephae, do not question me again, girl.